All right, needless to say, I have a very cool video that I'm gonna bring you today. See the sign behind me? 707 horsepower of pure Southern charm. What's it say down here at the bottom? The Bandit truck. Check this out. This is what we're gonna go over today. Yes, I am down here in Mount Pleasant, Texas to show you all the ins and outs of this amazing, non-electric, full horsepower supercharged Bandit truck. Let's get it going. All right, so I was kind enough to be invited down here to Texas by John Anderson, who runs Legendary Concepts. You can see that right up there. Legendary Concepts is the maker of the new Bandit truck. Now, they've got a couple different iterations of this in terms of generations. So we're looking at right now is the second one that was ever built. This is on a 2021 platform. However, they have 2022s and 2023. So the 21 and 22s, of course, are going to have the older style interior, but there's going to be some cool things about that I want to show you. And then the 22 and the 23 version is going to have the new interior with a larger screen. But again, I think there's some pluses and minuses to both of those, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. The other thing is there's another truck I'm going to be bringing your way, so stay tuned for that video. They have done their own called the Legendary truck, which we're going to be bringing to you as well. But right now we're focusing on this truck. I saw this about a little over a year ago, and I fell in love with it right away. I saw it online, and now that I've seen it in person, I've been blown away. You really need to see this truck in person to really appreciate what it's like and how, you know, the finishes that this truck has. Now, that's one of the things in talking to John, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have another video you can check out, talking to John about all the little touches. I'm going to go over, you know, as much as I've learned from him today and some of the cool things that I like, but he's got a lot of knowledge. Obviously, he's the, you know, the brains behind this in terms of all the little touches. And what I really am most impressed by, aside from the looks of this truck, aside from the fact that, you know, the performance is there, it's how the attention to detail is there. They've sent things back to the drawing boards numerous times because they want the fit and finish to be absolutely perfect. They don't want no stone unturned, all right? So if I'm, you know, somebody who's gonna be buying a truck like this and spending the money on a custom truck like this, John Anderson and Legendary Concepts is a company that hands down, I want doing it after I've seen. I mean, they're going as far as setting mats away numerous times just to make sure colors match perfectly. Little things a lot of people might just overlook and say whatever, but after going through this truck, phenomenal. Now, let's talk about this truck. This is based off an RST platform. This right here is a two-wheel drive. The newer versions, 2023 and forward, are gonna have the four-wheel drive version. This is a two-wheel drive. There's only a couple shared parts on this truck to a regular Silverado, which of course is your taillights, your rear grille, or your rear tailgate, pardon me, the bottom bumper, okay, the roof and the doors. Aside from that, the hood, the body panels on the side, obviously the splitter, all that kind of stuff is different. There's a spoiler on the back of this, obviously, and let's talk about some things. So first and foremost, we have the BR here for Burt Reynolds, of course, Smokey and the Bandit. This is what this has been inspired by, the black and the gold from that Trans Am of the past. I love the color combination on this, and they definitely did a great job at it. I'm not sure if you can see it here. Very hard to tell, but there is a metallic in that. Maybe back here on the Bandit we can see this, but there is a metallic in there, so I love that touch. And it's the same metallic that's around the taillights here. Again, nice little touches on this. But as far as the bodywork is concerned, of course, this is a custom hood that they've designed on here. Underneath here, again, is a supercharged 6.2 with 707 horsepower. This one is one of their test trucks, again, number 2. So this one's actually got about 7,000 miles on it because this is the one they've done, you know, videos and track days and all that kind of stuff with it. So the other ones are, you know, a couple little different things on the newer styles, but for the most part, you know, this is obviously where the designs all come from. All the grill's different, believe it or not. If you can believe it or not, that actually is a different grill. They've utilized the same bow tie, but the grill has been redesigned. Of course, we have this right down here. Forged carbon, front splitter. And then they also have that down here on the rocker panels. It looks, look how beautiful that looks. Can you see that? That flake in there. I love how that looks. And then back here you have it on the spoiler as well. By the way, this spoiler goes along with the tailgate. So when I open the tailgate, see that? It goes right with that. Beautiful touch there. We're going to talk more back with. Oh, and then of course you have it down here as well. Love how sharp that looks. So that's different. Now, can you see this? The whole panels on the front and the back are wider. Now it's hard to tell because it's got these 22-inch specifically designed Continental tires on here with these bespoke wheels that they designed. Phenomenal looking wheels with, again, their own design, own coloring. There you go with the BR logo in there. But again, this comes out much wider than you're going to see on the regular Silverado. So this is all custom. Again, the hood's custom. Obviously you can see this is custom. Oh, look at this. I love this kind of flat metallic bronze finish, and you're going to see some touches of that on the inside as well once we get to that point. But again, that is all the body work. That's totally different. Headlights are the same as the old truck, obviously. Now, as far as the way that this truck is stanced, it is 5 inches lower in the rear and 3 inches lower in the front. Has a great stance to it, but aside from all that great horsepower and the great stance, you need something to stop it, right? So it's got the Brembo brake system in here. I believe it says 8-piston. I believe I'd have to double check. If it's different, I will put that in the text. But the Brembo brake system in this as well stops us on a dime, from what I've heard. I'm hoping to try and get into it soon enough. But again, just from the simple walk around. And again, the fit and finish here on the decaling. That's not, sorry, not decaling, it's paint, by the way. By the way, this is all paint. This isn't decaled. So again, not cheaply finished in any way, shape, or form. You got the tonneau cover on this, but let's head inside and show you a little bit here as well. So again, look at this. They dip this here. So every one of these trucks, I'll show you in the front door here too, is going to have, it's the same idea, but it's going to be different in every truck. All this will be different because when it's dipped, when it comes out, it's going to look different every time, right? They got the door sill plates with 700 horsepower right there, the Bandit and the mats, the BR right there, and then I don't know if you can see it if it comes out here, but Bandit in the seats, and it's got like almost like a suede here in the leather. Now these are cat skin leather. What I've been told is there's a new company they're using called Aaliyah, I believe it is the company. So you're going to see that in the newer style ones. They're making these, by the way. They're making more of these to sell. That's why I'm saying there's 2022 versions and 2023 versions, and perhaps I can kind of show you some of those being built, or in the process of being built, I should say. There's the Bandit logo there, and a big thing here, right there. For the money, for the glory, for the fun, mostly for the money, Burt Reynolds. This is 21, so that's model year 21-002. That's how they're going to badge these trucks. So depending on the model year, it'll be 21, 22, or 23, and then -00, whatever the number is. They sold the first one of these at Barrett Jackson, actually, 001, for well over 200,000. So just to give you a perspective. They even have the fit and finish here on the steering wheel again. And then we're going to see it has the bronze touches here. This is not a high country, so they didn't come this way. They had to do this. We have the bronze touches here, and we have, again, that flake finish here, that dip finish that he did. We've even got that material, that suede material here, with that Bandit 707 kind of coming out, which looks super, super sharp. Again, like no stone unturned in terms of the finish of this. Now, okay, so some of you might like the newer interior, which they are going to offer. This is the older screen, obviously, but the one thing I liked, and talking to John, he made a great point, is this one has the analog gauges. Why is that a big deal? Well, it's a big deal to me because it has the finish there, but it has the analog gauges. So right now you might say, okay, I want the newer style, but 15 years down the road, if this is a truck you're going to keep and it's going to be kind of like a collector truck for you, which it would be for most people, some of you might want that older analog style. Plus, this is going to be the original, right? There's going to be the original ones, the first ones that came out. So there's a plus and minus. There's a plus of people want the newer technology, cooler looking inside, but there's some people that want this older, not older, but the original analog kind of style as well. What a phenomenal, phenomenal truck this is. I'm going to hopefully get some of this footage outside as well. Again, we're going to show you the other truck, and I'm going to go through this truck with John so he can tell you some of the development and how this truck came to be, because there's a whole other story about this. This video I was trying to keep under 10 minutes, which I've managed to do considering how much there is to talk about this, but I can guarantee you that other video will be longer than that because there's just so much more to go over that I might be missing. But I want to touch on some of the cool parts about it. I mean, come on, this truck is so cool looking, but the performance under the hood as well. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, stay tuned. I got more videos coming. Cheers.